Hey everybody, welcome back to another Nature's Always Right video. I am back from Tennessee. So this video is going to be all about my trip, all the different cities that we went to. I'm going to show you lots of sneak previews of the different farms and homesteads that we went to. I'm going to be putting out future videos about 5 other little farms and homesteads that I visited, which were absolutely incredible. I learned a lot from each one of them. I'm going to show you a few shots of what the farm looks like right now, and at the end of the video I'll show you what it looked like after the 2 weeks and how well everything grew while I was gone. So you'll get a pretty good view of what Tennessee looks like out in the country, out in the city. It's going to be more of a travel vlog today, which I've never done before, so it was really fun to put this video together for you. Hope you enjoy it. And let's go catch that plane. Alright, we landed, we made it, we're here. Can't wait to show you, or I can't wait to see what it looks like in the morning. We're right by this really beautiful creek out in the country. Already just loving Tennessee, and everybody's really nice. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning. We are at the Raw Wood Retreat Center right outside of Nashville. Staying with my buddy Kyle, Beer Kashi on Instagram. I'll put a link down in the description for him and all the different people that I'm staying with for this little vlog video. And yeah, he's somebody in Nashville who's making bokashi, so it's really cool. This is just an amazingly beautiful place, perfect place to start our trip. And from here we're going to go into Nashville, the city, later today, check out Broadway, some of the big areas, the river, you know, get a cup of coffee and eat some food at a nice restaurant. Just spend the first day kind of relaxing. And it's kind of cool today. They're doing, it's like the last day of they're having a little festival today. So they're shooting bows and arrows, throwing axes, knives. So this should be pretty cool. We're gonna hang out, have some fun too. But yeah, this was the view right outside of our little cabin.
We can reach the morning light. Come on, baby, you should take my hand. I got bottles, I got booze. Roll the dice, you'll never lose. Come on, baby, you should take my hand.
So we're hanging out at Centennial Park now in Nashville, and this is a real-size replica of the Greek Parthenon. So just hanging out here. Looks like everybody chills out here and, you know, runs around the park. It's been so long since I had a vacation or took any time off. This is it's almost hard to start relaxing, but slowly easing into it, and just loving all the nature here in Tennessee. Yeah, it takes a little while to get used to relaxing again because I'm just always on 24/7, 7 days a week on the farm. So yeah, this is just fantastic. Love the view out here. And we had an amazing time in Nashville. The city is really beautiful, really easy to navigate and get around. Everyone's so friendly. We enjoyed all the different food, the entertainment down on Broadway, all the honky tonks, and just all the country music. It was so fun. I got to go by the river, and yeah, we just had a fantastic time, me, my wife and I. So now we're gonna hit Franklin, which is this cute little town, and then we're going deeper into the country, where we're gonna stay with our new friends, Brittany and Anthony. So looking forward to seeing them and seeing their homestead. And then from there, we're going even deeper into the country, staying on some more farms along the way, and then we'll end up in Chattanooga. And so we'll see you at the homestead.
Since we moved to this house, we previously lived in the city for, gosh, what was that, 11 years?
11 years.
12 years.
We lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then we decided to move to Tennessee.
Flowers are the top producing income per acre crop for Tennessee, second only to nursery stock. And we're in the nursery capital of the world, so didn't want to do that. So I planted a little tiny seed pack of zinnias year one and about 10 dahlias. I was like, can I do this? And I did one bouquet, which I sold to my own mother.
Alright, so we just made it to Colmont, Tennessee, which is up on a little mountain out in the country, and staying with our friends Amy and Caleb, and they run Solace Farm Homestead, and so they're raising goats, sheep, beef, and they have alpacas as well. So they have milking goats, they have all sorts of things going on here. They got ducks, turkeys, chickens. It's pretty amazing how many animals that they have here. So it's been really fun learning all about that and seeing their gardens, and so I hope you guys enjoy seeing a little bit of what they've got going on. And I got to experience moving the cattle. We had to separate one of the cows from the herd because it was going to go off to slaughter today. But that was really amazing to be a part of that as well. So I was really, really grateful to have these experiences. It was just incredible watching the whole herd of all these different types of animals move together and move past me, and it was really beautiful. So just having lots of cool experiences on this trip.
She is nursing, so I have to milk her. Yeah. It's only once a day.
What happens if you didn't do it? It'd be bad.
Worst case scenario, she could get mastitis if she really was still producing a lot.
Like an infection?
Yeah, it would get swollen really.
And they're doing all sorts of cool tropical things in here, experiments. They've got bananas, watermelons, sweet potatoes, turmeric. They've got some ginger in the back, some different herbs, sage, rosemary, a few other ones, some African mint, he told me. This really cool fig tree. He said this dies back every year, but then comes back to life. So even in a place that gets down to 10 degrees or sometimes even 0 degrees Fahrenheit, they're able to do some pretty cool stuff because they have this greenhouse. And then those rain gutters you saw where the cat was laying in, they go to these pipes, and then they go into this huge water catchment. I think they told me this was a 10,000 gallon tank. It's pretty incredible. And they load up a large fire truck, and then they take that fire truck up to water their herds. So they're watering all of their animals with rainwater that they collect. So it's all free, super high quality water. That's really impressive.
Go,
So we just checked out a small little farmer's market in Chattanooga, and now we're over at Crabtree Farms to check out one of the bigger farms here in Chattanooga area. So we're gonna see what they got going on here. All right, so we made it to downtown Knoxville. This is, I think it's called Market Square, and this is where they have their giant farmers market. Unfortunately, not gonna be here when they do the big market on Saturday, but I think on Wednesday they have it again, so I might come down again, but we just got lunch over at the Tomato Head, which is a place that serves a lot of locally farmed food, so that was really good. And now we're just walking around the shops, checking out downtown Knoxville, and just seeing the vibe of this city and seeing what it's like. Just left my buddy Grant's farm, which is Beach Grove Farm. He's doing a lot of amazing work with different permaculture principles, agroforestry. He's raising layers, doing market garden, a lot of different things. So definitely check out that tour video once I post it. It's going to be really interesting. Doing a lot of things kind of related to what Richard Perkins is doing, combining a lot of different elements into his farm with animals, polycultures of fruit trees as well as annuals. So it's a really fascinating farm tour. And now we're just going to check out Knoxville a little bit more and see how much we like it. Go check out some different areas where we might think about buying land and see, you know, if this is an area that we like. All right, let's go check out more. So we just finished up a fantastic time in Knoxville with our hosts Kevin and Barbara. Thank you guys so much. We really enjoyed you and your family. Thank you so much for taking us to the Smoky Mountains, and we got to do a bunch of hiking there, go to Cades Cove and drive all around. We even got to see some amazing bears. Mom and her cubs, some deer came up to us while we were picnicking. So it's just this really cool experience. We checked out North Knoxville, South Knoxville. We went west a little bit. We went to a Korean market, which was really excellent. The Lucky Asian Market, I believe it's called. That was fantastic. So they've got different things that we really want. You know, I checked out the downtown area. There's a lot of really great restaurants here in Knoxville. Drove all around into the outskirts, into the more country areas to see what land looks like out here. There's a lot of really good flat land, rolling hills. Different properties that would definitely work. And really enjoyed Knoxville. We're gonna have a lot to think about when we go home, being able to compare and contrast all the different places that we went, all the different homes, the style of homes, the environments that we lived in, the homesteads versus the neighborhoods, all these different places that we got to see. So now we're off, we're gonna leave, we're gonna drive up to Sevierville, and you know, feeling a little bit bummed. The trip's almost over. But it almost feels like we've been here a month. We've just been doing so many different things and seeing so many things. And it's just been an amazing trip. And I'm excited to get back to San Diego too. Back to the farm and the growing things for my customers. After that, we went over to Mountain Roots Farm, where we got to tour one of the best market gardens in the state. There's not too many market gardeners here in Tennessee, so it's great to see a farm that was doing just such an incredible job. So huge shout out to Paul and Bo of Mountain Roots Farm. Can't wait to return to see what you guys are up to in the future. And thank you for letting me stay with you. And after that, now we're about an hour east of Nashville, just staying at an Airbnb before we fly out in about a few hours now. But man, what a great trip here in Tennessee. We cannot wait to return and buy property here. After going through this trip, we know that this is the right place for us. So now, yeah, we're gonna jump on our plane here, head back home, and we'll see what all my plants look like after replanting half of the farm. So it'll be cool to see. All right, let's go catch that plane. Here we go. Hello. Thank you. Yeah. All right, everybody, we made it back to the garden. It was quite a trip to get home. We got stuck over in Denver, so we had to spend the night in a hotel. But then finally we made it back the next morning. So we're here, and let's check out the garden real quick to see what happened. Check out this nightmare. So I had massive raccoon and or skunks come in here and just rip apart these beds. Not very fun, but you know, this is part of the game that I'm playing. Unfortunately, my security lights don't reach here. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a problem, but they just don't reach. Everything else did pretty well though. Tomatoes are still decent enough to harvest. I've got a lot of work to do to clean everything up. New bean bed looks really good. I've got plenty of salad mix here. The other property is looking real fantastic. Everything's sprouted really good. So I've got tons of greens for this week for my salad mix, which is what I really wanted to make sure that I had. So yeah, the farm's looking good. Fantastic trip. Thanks everybody for following along with me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, then you might have missed out on a bunch of cool stuff. I talked about all the different people that we stayed with, the different videos I was working on, and I just shared the entire journey of the trip through stories and my posts. So I've got a link down in the description. You guys could follow me or just search Nature's Always Right on Instagram or Facebook. So as I was editing this video, we recently had been in talk with some lenders, and now we know that we should be able to qualify for a home loan. So now the plan's going forward, and we believe we'll probably want to come to Chattanooga sometime in February, after February 15th, after the no-till grower workshop that I'm doing here in San Diego. So I wanted to reach out to you guys who live in Chattanooga, or if you have friends in Chattanooga, if there's anybody out there that would rent either an apartment, a granny flat, a room, something like that as a month-to-month for us, so that we could search for a house, live in Chattanooga for a short while, and give us some time to adjust, and then purchase the house. Then the plan would be to come back to San Diego, move all of our stuff, and finally move into our new house. So if you could help me out in any way, I'd be eternally grateful to you. And we would of course discuss the price for the rent and everything. You can email me at steven@naturesalwaysright.com. I'll put a link down below in the video description. Thanks so much, really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that allowed us to stay with them. We really enjoyed getting to know you guys, and had so much fun spending time with you and seeing the areas that you live. So just thank you. We can't wait to come back and visit you again someday. We loved it there. We loved the people. I personally loved the freedom that they have there, but people have a much better understanding of freedom and liberty there. They're willing to protect that. So we were able to shoot guns on the back of somebody's property, which is fantastic. I'm a huge supporter of natural rights, and I want to be in a place where people understand natural rights, freedom of speech, all of these sort of issues that a lot of the country completely has walked away from, especially in California. So if you are from California and you're thinking about leaving California, I implore you to not go to states that are more free and take your big government leftist politics with you. Stay in a place that has those. People who live in some of these smaller states that value freedom, they do not want to have their rights infringed upon by you coming there and voting in these leftist big government supporters. And if I move to Tennessee, I don't want other people coming to Tennessee that are going to be in support of those things. I'm trying to get away from people that want to force vaccinations on others, that want to take away guns and the right of self-defense from other human beings. Freedom is so important. Having small, or in my opinion, no government, is the direction that we should be looking to have a better country, have a better culture. So keep that in mind if you are thinking about moving your state. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed this different kind of vlog style video. Hope it turned out well. It's the first time I've ever made something like this, and it was hard to take, clips while I was on this journey, and I also wanted to relax a little bit, so I didn't want to constantly be vlogging and doing that sort of thing. But I hope this was enough to give you a good idea of what Tennessee looks like and what the trip was like. So hope you guys have a wonderful day in your farms or gardens, and I will see you guys soon in the next Nature's Always Right video.
Thank you.